How many units of reaction do we see here? 2, 3, or 4? Or is this not even correctly balanced in the first place? But hold on a second. What exactly is a unit of reaction? An example of one is 2H2 plus O2 gives us 2 water molecules, because what we see here is a correctly balanced chemical equation, and visually speaking, the molecules associated with that. In other words, the smallest number of molecules required for this reaction of interest to occur. It uses the smallest whole numbers for the coefficients. In other words, we don't have fractions for molecules, and it follows the law of conservation, which means that we have the same number of each element before and after the reaction. So with our reaction of interest, we'll identify the molecules in play: H2, Cl2, HCl. Notice that there are 4 H2s, 4 Cl2s, and 8 HCl molecules. And we'll build a chemical equation that models the reaction accordingly. So let's see if it meets our criteria of a single unit of reaction. Spoiler alert, it won't, but it will still be very helpful. It definitely follows the law of conservation because there are 8 hydrogen atoms on the left side, 8 on the right, as well as 16 chlorine atoms on the left and 16 on the right. In terms of the coefficients, it's clear that these numbers are all multiples of 4. So it's not in the smallest whole number ratios because it can be reduced. So this is not a single unit of reaction, but there's actually a really clear way of making it into one. Whenever we have this combination where this is followed and this is not, it means that the equation / set of molecules represent multiple units of reaction. In other words, a single unit of reaction scaled by some number. So we can eliminate choice D because it's correctly balanced, just we have too much of it. And our job is to figure out how much it was scaled. So that means if we reduce our coefficients down to their smallest whole numbers, 1, 1, and 2, we by definition have a single unit of reaction because we meet both criteria of a balanced chemical equation. At the top is a single unit of reaction, and at the bottom is 4 times that. Therefore, we have 4 units of reaction total. In fact, compared to a single unit of reaction, 4 units of reaction have 4 times the H atoms, 4 times the Cl atoms, 4 times the atoms overall, this is 4, this is 16, 4 times the H2 molecules, 4 times the Cl2 molecules, 4 times the HCl molecules, and 4 times the molecules in general. This is 4, this is 16.